up, YouTube? I have exactly $7 in my bank account right now, and I'm going to get me a breakfast sandwich from Tim Hortons. Is it smart? No, but I mean, why not? I did not upload last week because I've been sick, as you can hear in my sinuses. It's currently, what day is it? Saturday. It's currently Saturday. You'll be seeing this on Wednesday. But I did not film a video to upload on Wednesday because I was sick with, I don't know what this is. I thought it was a head cold. It might be a head cold. But it was just straight congestion. All in my head. I still haven't gotten a tripod for my car to put my phone on so it doesn't fall. But whatever. Anyway, so this week I was scheduled to work 17 hours. I was put on a 60-day call-in probation because I called in, and I guess it made him unhappy. I called in a few weeks ago, and I guess they got upset about it. But my thing is, like, I used my PTO or my sick time or whatever, but I guess it doesn't matter, whatever. So anyway, I'm on a 60-day probation, and it ends like at the end of December or whatever. But I was horribly sick. Like, I went to work Monday with already like a really bad sinus drainage, and I was feeling terrible for my entire shift. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna thug it out. I'm going to do this. I'm gonna stick it through. I'm already here. So I was horrible. By the time I left work, I was like dying. I was dying. So Tuesday, I didn't have to work. And so I spent all day in bed Tuesday, just heavily medicated. And Wednesday, I was scheduled to work a close. And I'm in the drive-thru, sorry. And I was feeling terribly sick still. And I was still very much medicated on like Benadryl and Mucinex and all that crap. And I couldn't. I'm like, I can't go to work. Like, I'm like, what's the point in going to work just to turn around and go back home? Like, who got the gas for that? So anyway, I decided I'm gonna just call in. I did what I was supposed to do. You know, I have to physically, like they said, like, oh, if you're gonna call in, you have to, if it's unavoidable, you have to physically call by phone, which I did. I called by phone, talked to a team lead, let her know I was sick. She could hear it. I sounded horrible. And I used my sick time for it. And so I went to work Thursday, and I talked to I talked to HR, and I was like, hey, so just out of curiosity, am I gonna get like written up because I called in Wednesday? Like, I was sick. So like, I was actually like, and I was still like sounding congested like I do now when I was talking to her. So I'm like, you can clearly hear that I'm sick. And she was like, I don't know. I'll have to ask, I'll have to talk to your team leads and look over your my time or whatever. Because I work for Target. So I was like, okay. I was expecting her to say, well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like, you're HR. You know? But I'm like, I wanted to let her know personally, like, hey, if you see that I had called in and my team leads make a big fuss out of it, like, hey, I was really sick Wednesday. Which, like, am I just dumb? But like, I feel like there's no point in me coming into work feeling really, really sick when I'm just gonna turn around and go home anyway. Like, I don't have the money to be burning gas on the highway going to work and then turn around coming right back. What's the point? What's the point in me coming? And if they call me up to the room, the office for that, I'm gonna tell them, I'm like, there is no point in me burning gas to come up here and work a pathetic 4-hour shift burning gas just to turn around and say, yo, I'm dying, I feel terrible, I can't work, I'm going home. Like, what's the point? Hold on while I order real quick. Well, actually, I'm not up. Okay. But yeah. So I'm like, what's the point in that? I'm not going to do that. So anyway, I'm like, whatever. If y'all want to fire me. But I will be putting y'all on blast later. Actually, no, I don't care. Sorry. I'll just get another job. I'm thinking about going back to Starbucks. I don't know. I'm like really strapped for cash right now, and that's their fault because they've been lowering my hours to a horrible amount. And that's also something I wanted to bring up. It's like, yo, I can barely afford to pay any of my bills. That's not fair. Let me order real quick, y'all. Hello, order ready, please? Sorry, 1 second. Can I get a sausage, egg, and cheese croissant with a hash brown? And that's it. $6.87. Thank you. So yeah. So I'm like, what's the point in that? What is the point in that? Also, like, them lowering my hours, like, I'm not joking, y'all. When I tell you I am strapped for cash, bro, and I'm trying so hard not to borrow from my parents because I hate doing that. You know, I always pay them back, of course, but like, it's a long story, but I don't like borrowing money from them. I don't like using their card, you know. So I'm just kind of using my own money, and yeah, I haven't really. So I am like next week, like this week I'm scheduled 17 hours. Oh, yeah, wait, okay, I'm getting off track. This week I'm scheduled 17 hours. Next week I'm scheduled 12. Because why? And then the week after, I think it's Black Friday week, which I'm not even supposed to be working on Fridays. But they have me scheduled for Friday. I offered it up, that shift up, because I'm not supposed to be working on Fridays. And I don't want to work a Friday that I usually don't work. And next, they keep scheduling my Fridays because they like to try you like that. And so I offered it up, but if nobody takes it, then I'll work it. But that Black Friday week, they had me scheduled 24 hours, which is nice. Now, my hours have been up, down, up, down. It's like, actually, not even up, down. They just started going up. Like, this week was my highest, 17. So, and yes, I am a part-timer. And I've been considering going full-time temporarily or doing something full-time. I don't want to do full-time, bro. I don't know how some of y'all do it. And I sound so spoiled and entitled. And I probably am because like I said, I live at home. But it's hard. How do y'all do social media, like content creation, and working a full-time job? That's exhausting. Anyway, sorry, I'm spoiled. Sorry. I know there are people who are doing way worse than me, so I try not to complain that much. Like, I'm not homeless, I'm not living on my own, which is another thing I want to talk about. Sorry, I'm drinking a Celsius and it's just now starting to hit. And I haven't even really drunk like even half of it yet. But anyway, so what was I talking about? Oh, anyway, so now that my hours are starting to go up a little bit, I've been doing a lot of budgeting, looking at the figures, looking at my numbers, and just trying to see how much money I can afford to put away, how much money I need for my bills, like my most important stuff. I'm not talking about like my Spotify, my Netflix, my, no, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the bills that actually are important, that need to get done. How much I pay, how much that accumulates to. And I also have like my wants, which are my subscriptions, how much that accumulates to. And then I also I'm making a calculation to see how much I can afford to put away each week from my paychecks. Cause I use like, I get paid like after each shift. That's how I have it set up. So that after each shift I get paid. So, I'm just doing calculation on to see how much I can take from each week and put away into my savings and how much that adds up. So that's what I've been doing. I try not to overshare too much because there are weirdos out there. Hold on. Let me get my food real quick. Hello.
Just the food, right? No drink?
Yeah, just the food.
$6.87. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Ooh. Ain't nobody driving around me, are they? Oh, I wanted to park. Actually, let me go park over here real quick. We're gonna park across the street and chit chat a little bit. So anyway, yeah, I've been trying to calculate how much money I can afford to put aside from each, like from 1 week. I don't like, why can't I English? I've been trying to see how much money I can take out of my work money each week to put in my savings. And I can afford to do maybe like maybe $45 each week, which I was like, oh, that's not much. That's not enough. It's like, actually, after adding it up, yes, it is. So, you know, it's a start. I need my goal, y'all. My financial goal is to start. My brain. My God, I'm sorry. I'm not usually up like this, like up moving around. It's like almost 10 o'clock, but I'm usually still at home. Anyway, my goal is to rebuild my savings, because my savings is depleted because I have been using my savings to cover for bills because my paychecks have been so scanty. She's been petite these days. So I've been using my savings to try to back me up, but my savings is scanty now. We're broke. But you know, I say I'm broke, but I still have a job. I have two, actually, which that's what I wanted to talk about. I don't want this video to be super long, but I tend to rant. And if you listen to me, thank you. Let's suffer together. Yeah, let's struggle together. I am working at both my jobs today. I haven't worked at JCPenney in a minute, but my boss needed an extra person on sales today for photography. So I like being on sales because, quite frankly, I hate doing the photography part for JCPenney because we have to memorize all these poses. And I'm like, who's memorizing all these poses? On top of that, we don't get scheduled enough to, at least I don't. Granted, I work another job, but I don't get scheduled enough to remember those poses. And a lot of us really don't get scheduled enough to memorize those poses and to remember what to do. Like, I barely remember my login ID and password. Girl, every time I go there to log in, I'm like, okay. Actually, I be showing up a little early so that I can log in. Because I know it's going to take me maybe like 10, 15 minutes to figure out my login. Probably have to reset my password for the 7th time. Yeah. But anyway, I'm working at JCPenney first, earlier in the afternoon, for maybe like 3 hours. What the frick? Sorry, it was a whole fly in here. I'm working at JCPenney for about 3 hours in the early afternoon until about 5. And then afterwards, I'm going to go to Target to finish off my day. So, as much as I hate working 2 jobs, the extra money is helpful. Now at Target, at JCPenney, I don't get paid immediately after my shift, unfortunately. I have to wait, like, was it every 2 weeks? We get paid every 2 weeks. So I have to wait for that. And JCPenney is honestly just extra. It's just extra pocket money that I'm always thankful that comes through. But anyway, I think I'm probably gonna make another video. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted. I think it's the Celsius. I'm hollering. Anyway, this video is 16 minutes long. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm done for today. I'm gonna make another video. You guys I might be putting out more than one video for this week, so stay tuned. If you see me in the same exact outfit, like, comment, subscribe, jellyfish. I love you so much. Have a good day. Do what you can to support yourself and stay happy, as long as it doesn't hurt yourself or anybody else. And have a good day. Stay sunny.